by Leonard Cohen and covered by Jeff Buckley. This was back in the mid-90s on his album Grace. And before his cover, it had been a pretty obscure pop song from the 80s. And then once Jeff Buckley covered it, well, now everyone's covered it. But in my opinion, his version is by far the most superior. I don't think anyone's could really touch it. And there's two versions that he did. One is the album version, and the other one, it seems like he cut live in the studio for the music video. And that's the one that I featured in the performance section there. I love both versions. I think I prefer just slightly the studio live version because I love his intro. I love the intro. I love how it just starts out so serene and out of time, and he slowly brings it into time. And speaking of time, one of the first things about this song that makes it unique is that it's in 6/8 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Okay. So one other thing about his performance. Now, on the album version, he puts a capo on the 5th fret. On the music video version, he puts it on the 6th fret. Either way, very close to each other. What that does is it gives the guitar a very sort of high, chimey kind of tone, which I think is an essential characteristics of his particular performance. For now, we're going to do it without the capo. If any of you are watching this video, you probably want to learn how to play the song. I'll show it to you without the capo in just open position chords, and then you take those exact same shapes. You could put them anywhere on the guitar, wherever you want to put the capo. And, why use a capo in the first place? Well, like I mentioned before, for guitar playing, yes, you can get those chord shapes down here, up here, and it gives it a high chiming kind of sound. But also, a lot of times, if you're a vocalist, you want to do that so it accommodates your vocal register, of which he had an unbelievable range in vocal quality. Anyway, let's get right to it. There aren't that many chords in the song, but there are some subtle things that I've picked up on learning the tune. Let's talk about we won't do the intro just yet. You probably want to get to the meat and potatoes of the tune. If you want a lesson on the intro, let me know, and I could do a future video on that. But for now, let's get to the basic chords. We've got a G chord, but it's not this kind of G chord. It's not this kind of G chord. It's this. So what it is the 4-finger version of a G chord, right? Where you would have 2nd finger, 1st finger, open, 3rd finger, 4th finger. But what we're doing is we're taking that 1st finger off. We don't want the B note in the chord, and we're muting it with our middle finger. Sometimes books will label this as like a G5 because it's basically a double power chord. Yeah. And let's go through what the basic chord shapes are. From there, we've got an E minor 7. So all I did was I took my middle finger off the G. So I have the open E string now. And now I put my 1st finger on that B note. And, when you have this kind of shape with the pinky and the 3rd finger like that, there's a lot of songs that use this kind of thing because you can get some interesting chord voicings from it. Like... and so on. A lot of songs do this. All right, well, this is one of them. Now, one of the things to get that first progression correct, which is the G to the E minor 7, is you have a passing note in between. You have see that? I got my first finger on the 2nd fret, which is an F sharp. G, F sharp, E, F sharp, G, and you just go back and forth between those as transition. Let's start talking about the finger picking pattern. We're going to use our thumb to play whatever the low root notes are. And then, for now, start with this. Use your index, middle, and ring to play the top 3 strings. See that? So. And you're going to count to 5. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 would be the passing F sharp note. Now, on his version, though, he won't stick to the same kind of picking pattern throughout. And it's one of the things I love about it is it keeps it from feeling stiff. What he'll sometimes do is sort of just brush the top strings together, kind of. And he's just keeping it very loose. He's just doing whatever he feels in any particular moment. And so I'd recommend trying that as well. Okay, let's get to the verse. So we start with that. C, whole measure. And you could actually do it like this. Then another measure, it starts with C for 3 beats to a D, 3 beats, G. I love that lick. It's just a D chord, but the key to it is getting this hammer on from the open E string with the middle finger hammering onto the 2nd fret, the F sharp note. And you do that at the same time your thumb is playing the open D. And then you just rake it down like this. Okay? Let's keep going. So now we're on G again. C. Now in the lyrics, it's literally describing, it goes like this. The 4th, the 5th, it's the 4 chord and the 5 chord, right? The minor fall, it's the E minor. The major lift, C. Okay, let me do that in time. So. All right, now he goes to a D chord. So that's like a B7 over D sharp. Now let's check that out. First finger's on the D string, 1st fret. That's the D sharp note. 2nd finger is on an A note, 2nd fret of the G string. Here's your open B, it's the root note. And 3rd finger is playing F sharp, 2nd fret on the 1st string. And then to E minor. All right. Here comes the chorus. Starts on C. Let me do it in time. E minor. C. G. D. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it harmonically pretty simple, but a lot of fun to play, on the guitar. One of the things that he adds to it, if you listen to either version, he does this beautiful thing. It's not in the first chorus. I think he doesn't start doing it until the 2nd or 3rd choruses. But when he gets there to that C chord, man, he adds this little fill. This is one of my favorite moments of the song, where he's got that C chord. He'll reach up and grab the F sharp on that second fret of the first string. It's the sharp 11. And then resolve it to the G with the pinky. It's a hard grab to get, but man. And then he'll do this thing on the E minor, a similar kind of thing where I mean, so good. E minor, and then he'll grab the D on the B string with the pinky, the C on the B string with the first finger, and resolve it to B. And it's just got this harmonic pull to it, you know, like. And this thing on the D, he'll often anticipate the G chord by doing a hammer-on from F sharp to G like this, on the D chord. Those are like the basic, you know, movements and things you'd want to get under your fingers first to learn to play the song the way that he does. There are a lot of other small things hidden in there that, you know, once you have that much down, yeah, go in there and check it out by ear and see if you can pick up on some of them, because they're such beautiful variations, even within just the context of the song itself. Not to mention, like I said before, that amazing intro. And there's an instrumental interlude that he plays, you know, unaccompanied by chords or anything. He's just up high in register and so on. It's what a hell of a performance. You know, on both studio and the live video version. If you have any questions about, you know, the chord movements and so on, let me know in the comments. But from there, I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. If you like the video, you want more stuff like this, let me know. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And thanks for watching.